Morning everybody. It is, I don't know if you can see out there, absolutely horrendous. We've had yellow weather warnings. It's torrential rain, really strong winds, so I'm quite happy to be in my sewing room. I do have to go out later, which I'd rather not, but my son's got a hair appointment, so I've got to drop him in town. But I'm going to make a start on my Dani jacket, and I thought I would, because I have to iron the lining pieces that have gotten a bit creased, so I thought I would show you my wool mat and a lisso iron in action. This wool mat is like just over 1 centimetre thick, and it's the best thing I got. I've had this for years and years, and it fits nicely in my sewing room as well, so it's great. And my lisso iron I picked up at the Knitting and Stitching last year, I think, because I'd always wanted one, and they brought out this Tudor pink version, which I love, Tudor pink fabric. And so yeah, and I don't know if all of you know how an lisso iron works, so I'm just going to pop some footage in here for you. Okay, so hopefully you can see this is one of my pocket pieces in the gorgeous Minerva fabric that I showed you I'm going to be doing for the lining. And this is my wonderful Tudor pink lisso iron. And the thing I like about this is not only is it very pretty, but for me, who's quite forgetful, when you leave it like that, it pops up. I don't know if you can see that. When you touch the handle, it goes down. When you let go, it pops up. And so if you forget for any reason to pop your iron up, you're not going to burn anything. Very cool, isn't it? Okay, so that is my lining pieces all ironed and ready to go. Now I've got the instructions printed out, but also over here, I've got my iPad, and the lovely Andrea has done a tutorial when she made the Dani jacket. The only difference being that she made the placket version, which has got the poppers on the front like that one has there, whereas I'm going to make the zip up. So I don't know how much of Andrea's will be the same, and but I do prefer to follow a video. I'm very much a visual person, so I'm probably going to do a combination of both with the written and the visual instructions. I'm trying my hardest to work out a place in my sewing room where you can see me sewing, where I can put my phone, but I'm struggling at the moment, so it may be that I'll just pop in as and when I've completed some bits to catch you up, or if I can work out where to put it, you might actually see some sewing. Also, I should apologise, the lighting is terrible. I've got extra light on, but you can't see how really bad it is. Like I say, it's really awful, and so my lighting's really bad. I just wanted to jump on and say I did film stuff, and then I had to scrap it because my bobbin nested up under my plate. I had to take everything out, clean out the bobbin and the bobbin case, and untangle threads and screw it all back in together. Then it wasn't working, so I had to do it again and see if I'd done something wrong. So it's been a good half an hour, and I've finally managed to do the first step, which is to sew the pocket piece onto the front pieces and the back. So yeah, going great so far. Right, okay, so I'm actually going to do some sewing. So hopefully you can see I have pinned the pocket bags together that are sewn on, and I've pinned down my side seams. There is still notches here and here where we sewed the pockets onto, so I have to sew from the top of the seam down to the first notch, back stitch, then to the next notch, do a back stitch, and sew to the bottom. When I've done that, I'm then going to sew around the pocket, and as far as I can tell, all of this is at the 1.5 centimetre seam allowance. And then when I've done that, I shall be matching up the shoulder seams and sewing them. So let's see how I get on. Okay, so I've sewn both the side seams up and both the pocket bags are done. Now, I already know I'm going to regret this, but Andrea then hand sews hers down so that it's not flapping around, which I totally get. However, it doesn't say it in the instructions, and I am really lazy. I hate hand sewing anything. So although I will probably live to regret this, I'm just going to follow the original and I'm going to carry on and do the shoulders. Okay, so it is starting to come together. It's got the seams on the shoulder and the sides. It's got those lovely colourful pockets, which you can't actually see. But you will be able to see the lining when I do it. See, that's what Andrea was saying about the flappy pockets. Obviously, once I put the lining in, they'll be flapping around in lining. I don't know, I guess I should hand sew them down, but I am lazy, as I said, and I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to leave it because the next step, it says, is the sleeves. Sorry about that, guys, I got cut off. I was just saying I'm going to go for lunch and then I've got to take my son into town for a haircut. So the jacket's going to wait for now and I'll see you later. Right, so it is now 20 to 4 in the afternoon. Sorry, I'm looking a bit dishevelled. I've just been into town with my son to get his haircut, and it's not as bad as it was supposed to be with our yellow warning, but it's a bit windy, so I was quite glad to get home. I was hoping to pop into the Christmas market and get some footage while I was waiting for my son to get his haircut. However, they have shut it today, presumably because of the weather, so I didn't manage to get that view. Maybe I'll get some footage at some point. So I thought I'm not gonna carry on with the jacket quite yet, but I thought I would go ahead and open my calendars. So we've got obviously Becky's Sewing Studio and Jazz and Wow, and I can't remember which one I opened first yesterday, so I'm just going to go with Becky's Sewing Studio. And number 9, it feels like it could be a notebook of some sort. I'm trying to guess, but I can't always get it right. Let's have a look. So, oh, it is. Oh, it's lovely. It's Becky's design. Look, says sewing ideas, and then it's got all these cute little ideas on the back. And yeah, it's lovely blank pages. I love stationery, so that is right up my street. So that is from Becky's Sewing Studio. And then, of course, the lovely Jazz and Wow. And sorry, my camera's falling off. Today, number 9, Becky did put all these in order. So that's been really good. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't feel like buttons or jewellery particularly. Could be maybe a charm, a key ring, or a zipper pull. Let's get that open and see what it is. Ah, yes, exactly what it is. Look, it's this gorgeous iridescent bow, just like the buttons and the earrings. Oh, I absolutely love that. That's probably going to get added to a bag when I make a bag. So yeah, as always, not disappointed with my calendars there. And I thought while I was in my sewing room, I would show you something I am planning to do over the coming days, and will hopefully, sorry for the rustling, hopefully share with you guys. So if you have kids and you do Christmas stockings, I don't know if you feel the same, but I've found it more and more difficult to do stuff for my kids because they are older. I mean, I say kids, my eldest two are 20 and 18, but I still get them a stocking. They live at home, and the younger two are 16 and 14. I'm finding it harder to fill them because when they were little, I could put cheap little things in and fill them up and it wouldn't cost much. But now it's becoming expensive. So these are the stocking size that I usually give them. I made these a few years ago, just a free pattern online. They're padded and they got a little hanging loop. But like I say, I am finding it hard to fill 4 of these up without costing the earth. So this year I decided to remake my children's stockings, and I'm going to downsize. I know it makes me sound like the Grinch, doesn't it? They always get a Terry's chocolate orange, although my 18-year-old has asked specifically for just a regular orange because he's trying not to eat too much chocolates and sweets. And then recently I've taken to giving them things like body sprays and that to try and fill it out. But yeah, I struggle. So I decided I'm going to make the same pattern but smaller. And I popped into, well, when I was in work, I chose some fabric for the stockings. So for my 3 boys, I've gone with reindeer theme. So I've got this gorgeous green and gold for one of my sons. Then I have also got it in red and gold. And then they didn't have another in that specific design. So I've got this Scandi looking grey, but it's got reindeers. So those will be my boys. And my daughter came in at the end of my shift because we were going somewhere after work that time. So she chose her own, and she has chosen a really cute penguin design there for her stockings. So I laid out the stocking to make sure if I could fit that on, then I could definitely make a smaller version. So I bought that. I also picked up some wadding at work, and downstairs, unfortunately not with me, I have some of the sort of white top, although I think this one I've got's got sort of swirls in it. So yeah, I picked that up, and I'm hoping, as I say, to make those up in the next few days. And like with the Dani, I will try and make sure to show you bits and pieces of how I'm getting on. So that was my calendars. I'm not sure that I'll do any more sewing today. Obviously, if I don't, the next bit you see will be Teddy and his calendar, or if I do some sewing, I'll fit it in here. So as I thought, I didn't do any more sewing today. I'm going to be doing food and settling down probably for a Christmas movie in a little bit. But I did just pop in some footage of the Christmas decorations at my neighbour's. So we haven't put ours up yet, but the house that I showed you is directly opposite ours. So we get the benefit of seeing them from our windows, which is lovely. And I thought I'd share that with you guys. And now it's time, of course, for the end of the video, which means Teddy gets his advent calendar. Okay, so number 9 is there. And as you know, I can't do this one-handed, so I'll have to go off camera in a second. But just to show you. Teddy, what time is it? What time is it, Teddy? What is that? Come on here then, sweetie. Come here. Okay, you ready? Okay, so I'm just going to get that out for him. As usual, we have his lovely 2 meaty treats. All right, Teddy. Speak. Teddy. Speak. Good boy. Now gently. There we go. All right, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow.